Pokemon is the biggest franchise in the world. So why do the games feel so small? And I don't mean world size, before everybody's like, oh, they're big open world maps now. I mean everything else. I've been playing Pokemon for years. And when I say years, I mean like my first game was Pokemon Crystal on the Game Boy Color. But the more I play, the more it just feels like the magic's not there anymore. I think that's the only way to describe it. There's no magic. Take Scarlet and Violet, for example, and their prime example. They work rather well on the Switch 2. But for what they are, they work pretty decently. But on the Switch 1, nada. Frames drop, lag, textures don't load, and it just feels wrong to an extent. It does. I don't really know how to explain it. It's just the execution, isn't it? It's just missing something. And now this might change with Generation 10. We don't know. But based on this, Pokemon Champions alone, you would assume it's not gonna. 30 FPS on a Switch 2. Now, we're not asking for perfection, and I don't think anybody expects perfection in any game. But you got to get closer to the sun. You got to get closer to this. Now, I love Pokemon, even in the state that it's in, still phenomenal. But we shouldn't have to settle for basic quality in a game. So once you strip everything back, nothing's really changed. I mean, I like what they've done with ZA and Legends Arceus. You know, with all that sort of stuff, with like you're actually moving and doing things like that instead of just battling like I know this is Pokemon. You can't change that. I mean, you change that, you kill the spirit of the game, don't you? But what I'm talking about is like there's no difficulty. They tried to change it with the story with Scarlet and Violet, where it's open world, but that just didn't work because you could go to another gym, but then you would be completely outscaled for that gym, and then you just rotate, and it's just didn't work. Whereas I think things like Pokemon Radical Red, you can set the difficulty, and the harder you set it, the harder it is, and the easier you set it, the easier it is. Now I know Black and White or Black and White 2 had that, but you had to finish the game first, and you didn't know. Half the people didn't even know about it, so I don't know if that really counts, if truth be told. Now, if your players have to make your games harder for you, you're missing something. You really are. Like, it shouldn't have to be Nuzlocke and things like that that make the game the game. Because this, like, fans still love Pokemon, and I still love Pokemon, and all of you that probably will watch this video, if you watch this video, will love Pokemon. It's why you're watching the video. It's why I'm playing Pokemon, and it's fun. It's not bad. It's not a bad game, and I don't think it ever will be a bad game. It's just feels empty, doesn't it? There's no oomph to it anymore. Now, it doesn't mean that the game couldn't be better, because I think every game can be better. This isn't me saying that everything needs to be fixed and stuff like that. There's just tiny little details in these games that don't work and that are just not it. Just is missing by 1%, but that 1% is missing hard. That makes sense to you all, because imagine what Pokemon could be. fully open world, fully polished, you know, deeper battle system so that depending on which gym you hit first is different levels, you know, and a different team structure depending on which gym badges you have. So like, you go back to the anime, for example, where Brock chose only a Geodude and an Onyx and things like that, and instead, you know, when he's actually got a full team, like in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, for example, you know, you got the full strength team that you come up against. You could just have that, but as a long form game, you know, you just have it. There's 8 teams or whatever. 8 teams, yeah. Each gym leader has 8 teams, and depending on which order you do the gyms in, shows the team that's going to come out. Now, I know I'm not a coder, I don't work for Nintendo, I don't know how all that stuff works. I imagine it's pretty simple, but I don't know. I could be wrong, let me know. So, what I'm really curious about, do you think Pokemon is actually in a bad spot? Or am I just expecting too much from Pokemon? Because I know it's supposed to be a kid's game, but I grew up on this game, so I'm biased. Let me know, because honestly, I don't think this conversation about Pokemon is going to be going away anytime soon. So, thank you for listening to the ramblings of a man. Let me know if any of you have any thoughts and ideas. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.